All right, hello again. I got all my baby rage out. We're gonna try fire again. Gonna just pretend that we love it. We're gonna gaslight ourselves into loving the spec. All right, let's do it. Day 3 fire. Okay, live log. Enable. Combat log on. Okay. We love Fire Mage. Let's get at it. Yep. All right. All I have to do is forget everything I know about fire and what it can be. I just have to pretend like it's just it's a new thing. I've never played it before, and it's fun and interesting. Casting fireball is fun. We love casting fireball. Okay. So here are the talents. Let's talk about how we're gonna get here. So let's start with Sun Fury. So I can cheat and put talents over here, but I'm not going to. So we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. We're just going to route down the tree. So first we get all the essential single target stuff. And then we need one more point before we can go to gate 2. So we're going to go ahead and take this talent. This is AoE, but we can't get to the second row otherwise. So we're going to take this talent. Okay. This talent's insane. We take it. Flame on, very good. Critical mass, very good. Kindling, very good. Inflame, very good. Intensifying flame, very good. Surging blaze, that's pyroblast damage. We like that. Control destruction, we like that too. Okay, so we still need a couple more talents in order to get down to the next row. So our options are basically we can do 30% more damage on fireball whenever we're in execute, which is kind of mid because fireball's not what's doing our damage, but it's all right. We could do flame patch, which is a nice AoE talent. We could do spontaneous combustion, and this talent is absolute trash. I promise you this talent's trash. Even though I don't have sims yet, I can just tell you just by looking at it. And we can also go for more meteor damage, but we don't even have meteor. So we're going to opt for flame patch and meteor just to give us one extra button. You know what? This spec seems like it could really use an extra button. I've never played fire before, but just looking at my buttons, I noticed I only have 4 of them. Now I have 5. Wow. That's crazy. That's a 25% increase in the amount of buttons I have. Okay, we're going to take that just for that reason. Okay. Now, we're going to go down to Fiery Rush. And between these two, I'm not really sure what's better, but I'm going to take Burn It All because it's new. And then we definitely want From the Ashes. This is Fire Blast CDR. Very important. And then Pyroclasm is just really fun. So we're going to take that talent too. Okay, and now we have to pick up the Apex talents, and we have 2 left over. So we get to put 2 points somewhere else. We could either get the Meteor talents here, or we could get more damage. So this talent would be Meteor CDR. This talent would be Meteor does 10% more damage, and Flame Strike does more damage. We'd probably want these 2 for AoE. However, it's not necessary that we have them. We could also go Fire's Ire. We could also go Wildfire. Wildfire is more Fire Blast damage and Ignite Spread. Not really relevant for single target, but it does affect Fire Blast. This one seems pretty good. 5% more critical strike chance outside of combustion. That's nice. That's less fireballs we have to cast. Also, we get 5% more damage in combustion. Combustion's pretty bursty. That's probably a pretty good talent to take. Alternatively, we could just have more damage on Meteor. Meteor kind of owns, and that's 10% more damage on the Meteor. I don't think we really want these talents though. I think we're going to pick this one. Okay. So here we have it, our single target build, and I opted for Meteor again. You don't have to take this talent, but that's just what I'm choosing. Okay. Now let's give ourselves the old buffs, make sure we're combat logging, and let's do it. Oh, Pyroclasm proc right away. We love to see that. Another one. Dude, this is going to be a juicy one. Oh, my bird worked. Okay, we're going to let Fire Blast come off cooldown here. Then we're going to Pyroclasm. Sorry, I was messing with something there. We'll have to do this test over again. Okay, let's stop it there and let's just look at the burst. Why aren't the nameplates showing my ignite on the target? That's so weird. Data successfully uploaded. Okay. What did it look like? We need to go when our cast's finished. Cast finished here. Let's look at our damage done. Okay, damage is pretty good on this actually. 45 DPS, 45k DPS, that's not bad. Okay, let's look at what did our damage. Number 1 damage, Pyroblast. Yes, we had 2 Pyroclasm Pyroblasts in the opener. That was pretty sick, guys. You love to see that. 135k on one of them, 141k on the other. Wow. I mean, that's actually pretty high. That's a lot of damage. Okay. And our Phoenix did a little work. We have a little ignite damage in there. Fire Blast, kind of piss. Fireball, kind of piss. Meteor and single target, it's all right. I mean, 3%. It's a global though. But hey, that's okay. All right. Yeah, that was pretty good. Let's do it again. All right. Another sample. We'll queue it up now. Okay, / combat log. Well, I've lost this time, but that's all right. Oh, we got a Pyroclasm. Love to see those. What's my crit chance? 27%. I mean, it's not bad. Being scaled to 265 right now. I could definitely have more crit though. I could have like 40% crit. Now we're just playing the waiting game. On the next combust, we will have Meteor ready. Our goal is to enter this next combustion with Pyroclasm up. So we're going to see if we can do that. I want a Pyroclasm proc now. Alright, give me a proc now. We need to use this Fire Blast. Give me a proc now. Okay, we didn't get a proc. Give me a proc now. Alright. It's fine. Surely next time. Give me a Pyroclasm proc now! Give it to me now! Right now. Give me Pyroclasm. There it is. Oh, it's too late. It's too late. God damn it. Yeah, Frostfire actually feels a little bit better than Sun Fury, honestly. We're just starting with Sun Fury and we'll move on to Frostfire in just a little bit. Four, 5. Oh, we got a proc. Yo, fired up. Appreciate the raid. Hope you had a good stream, man. We are so positive about Fire Mage today. It is crazy. We are loving this. It is so good. We love Fire Mage. It is so fun. I am just having the time of my life, actually. I love it, man. I don't know about you. I hope you're loving it too. Okay, that was actually kind of a pog combust right there. Yes. Oh, the last hyperthermia, we couldn't get it in even though the global was ready. No, dude. No, dude, not like this. Yes, dude, the fired up procs. They're very good. I actually had insane fired up procs there. Thank you. I think you blessed my fired up procs. Wait, if I have bad fired up procs, does that mean it's your fault though? We might have to have a talk later, fired up. Yep. Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind. I'll try to stay in your good graces. Yeah, gotta keep those procs procking. Now, only if I could talk to Mr. Pyroclasm, because like Mr. Pyroclasm has been giving me a lot of trouble lately. Oh, dude. Okay, it's gonna be insane, guys. We're gonna keep casting Fireball here for a bit, but like in 5 seconds, about. It's gonna go crazy. All right, I hope you guys are ready. It's about to go off. All right, here, let's do it. Oh, and we got Mr. Pyroclasm to show up. Yes, dude. We love him. All right. Oh, fired up. Come on. No. Oh, and my bird scammed me, bro. What's with the bird scam? Hello, hello. Yes, welcome, welcome. Mr. Streamer, we are new viewers. Tell us what's going on with Fire Mage. Okay, here's the deal. So before we get into it, the step one is you gotta pretend like you've never played Fired Up before, Fire Mage before. Okay, so we don't know anything about Fire Mage. We've never seen any other version of it. Okay, this is all fresh and new and exciting. All right. So just keep that in mind. And we actually really like it a lot too. That's important to remember. Okay, so we're gonna reset the tree. So you can trick yourself into going down to these talents, but that's cheating. Okay, so what you want to do instead is you want to work your way down until you get to the third gate, because if you just go down here on your own, you're a dirty cheater. So we have to pick up these talents, all natural, right? Just go down the tree. Don't get this one though. This one's bad. And then once you have most of these talents here, like these are pretty good ones, you can add 25% more buttons to your action bar by selecting this talent, which is huge. And so that's a 25% increase to buttons. Make sure you take this button for that reason, and that reason alone. Okay. And then we probably want to go down here and grab this guy. This guy's pretty good. Or this one. You can kind of pick whichever one you want. Just like, you know, whichever icon is making you happier, just pick that one. They're kind of the same thing. And then we can pick up these guys. Okay, this one is actually really, really good though. It feels really good to press. It feels really good when it procs, especially in combustion. You definitely want this one. After that, we have a couple other talents. We have to go visit Mr. Fired Up over here. And then once you have those, I think it's kind of up to you on these last two talents. But I think Fire's Ire feels like it's probably good. I mean, I don't know, but like that just reads to me like probably the best one. Maybe for AoE you'd go like these two instead, but I'm guessing these two. This one's kind of weird. I don't know if you pick this one ever. I'm just gonna pick this one. Yeah. So yeah, Meteor for Sun Fury. That's because you actually have to take this talent to get down to the second gate unless you're cheating. And then the talents on the way down to the third gate, like they're just not very good. Like, you have basically like a speed increase. You have like fireball damage, which who cares? Maybe this talent's bugged and it also affects Pyroblast. I don't know. This one does. But yeah, so I just opt for Meteor. Again, it's a 25%. Yo, Hopeful with the raid too. Oh my god, you guys. We're getting the Fire Mage love today. Yo, appreciate that, Hopeful. Yeah, so this talent, right? Like the reason I'm picking this talent, again, it's a 25% increase to the amount of buttons you have on your bar, which is just... That is like the biggest problem right now, I feel like, is the amount of buttons you have is just too low. So you definitely want this one. Oh, that rat hosted you first. Hope you had a good stream, man. Yeah. So anyways, we love this, right? 25% increase to the happiness of the spec. So definitely make sure you take this one. And then, yeah, once you have all those talents, you can kind of play around again. You have like two you can maybe move around here. I'm picking Fire's Ire, but you could have more fun with it. But anyways, that's what we're doing. Now, in the opener, it's very important that you get lucky with your Pyroclasm proc, okay? This is step one. Step one of playing Fire Mage, you have to be lucky. All right, because if you don't get this proc in your opener, you're going to be super duper sad. All right, so we're going to maximize our luck by manifesting a Pyroclasm right away. We're going to just go ahead and hardcast a Pyroblast into a Meteor and press Combustion to get things started. All right, so here we go. And we're going to pop Bloodlust here, and we're just going to hope for the Pyroclasm to show up. It's very important it shows up. It's not showing up yet, so I'm a bit sad. I have to cast a Fireball. Oh, there it is. Okay, I think we have time to get it off in here. Yeah, we have plenty of time. We don't have time to get these Fire Blasts off, though. That's a bit sad. We actually have to use a Fire Blast here. But we can use this Pyroclasm now. For some reason, you have to look up here to know if Pyroclasm's up because they forgot to add it to the buff tracker. Which is kind of annoying. But anyway, so now you're just kind of like hard chilling for 10 seconds. So, you know, you just kind of cast Fireballs for a bit. You know, you can choose to maybe turn one into a hot streak if you want. It's kind of up to you. You don't have enough Fire Blast to do that on every one of them, right? So just make sure you don't cap on these and then send that Meteor right away. It seems like with the Field of Burn talent, it's like kind of important to like, you know, if you're going to use a Fire Blast to like maybe use another one within like a certain time period, you want to like, you know, get those stacked up if possible. So you see I like use up all my Fire Blasts and now I'm just kind of chilling here for a bit. Pyroclasm twice in a row is actually kind of huge. That was lucky. Okay, and now you're just hard chilling for like 15 seconds. We don't want to use anything here because we want to have it all for combustion, but let me just put it this way. In 15 seconds, things are going to go crazy. Okay, so we're coming up on it now. Here's our Meteor, and we're praying for the Pyroclasm. There it is! Oh, our prayers have been answered. Yes, love to see that. And we have 4 stacks of Field of Burn on that one. That was pretty good. Okay, now the bird goes away, and we have our Hyperthermia. We have 2 Pyroclasm, or 1 Pyroclasm. It's about to expire, actually. No, we're good. Okay, we get this one out. Okay, and now we're hard chilling for like 20 seconds. So we just gotta like cast a couple Fireballs. And by a couple, I mean a lot of them. More than you probably want to cast. And we're really hoping we get a crit. Okay, there we got one. Good. Oh, yes. We can use another one. Oh, yes. We can use another one. Dude, this is Pog. Oh, yes. We can use another one. And we're going to have a Field of Burn for this Meteor, too. Oh, that's so sick. Right here. 3. Boom. Yeah, that's what you love to see. Okay. Now, we got to wait a little bit. Because we got to let our Fire Blast come back. Because, just so you know, like, this talent, right? It like gives you more mastery and the stacks overlap. So like even if we get a like a proc, like we kind of want to hold off on using it because we want to like chain them in a row. I'm actually gonna use another one here just because I got a Glorious Incandescence. But okay, so now we're chilling. We're not using any Fire Blast now for a bit. Okay, now we're in our cooldowns. So now we're hoping on the Pyroclasm. You really want to proc the Pyroclasm like right as you're about to enter combustion. Ooh, this is a bit unlucky actually. Oh, and our bird scammed us. Okay, so this is something you need to know about. It's very important to understand this fire. Sometimes the bird clocks out early. He just gets he gets tired of working, so he just disappears. And if the bird is gone, then you get scammed. All right, you don't get this talent. You don't get this talent. You get no Hyperthermia. You get no Lesser Time Warp. You actually just full get scammed. Okay? So, yeah. You don't want that to happen. I'm not sure how to make it not happen, honestly. Maybe I have to, like, feed my bird better. You might be, like, on strike or something. But if there's any way we can figure out how to make the bird not scam us, that's like DPS increase number 1. You definitely don't want the bird to just clock out early and leave you. For that reason, I think we're going to go Frostfire. Because Frostfire doesn't have a bird that scams us, which is nice. You literally have no DPS during movement if Shimmer's on CD. I mean, yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's kind of how it works. Shimmer's also a pretty long cooldown now. They made Shimmer like way longer CD. So like if I use up both my Shimmers real quick, You can see it's going to be a bit till they come back. Right, we got like a full like 25, 26, 27 seconds, somewhere in that range of nothing. You can opt for a second shimmer or like a third shimmer on your alter time. But this is a little unfortunate because it's with a really, really good talent here. Like if so with this talent, like you have a cheat death. If you take damage and you like go to 25%, it just heals you up to 50. And you have a talent that like makes it faster. So this is really, really strong. Does temporal alignment use your alter? No, it doesn't. I was testing it while leveling, and it still procced, and it didn't use my alter. Yeah, it's actually really, really good. The only issue is you don't get the like shimmer whenever you alter, which is like really sad. That feels really good, and it's gone now. The icon's also pretty cool on it too. This boot, that's a good looking boot. But yeah, shifting power's gone. Yes, it's totally gone. Super duper rip. Okay, so for Frostfire, whenever I was playing it before, I was playing Firefall, which I'm like pretty sure is the correct way to do this, but it's also boring. So because of that, I'm not sure if I want to take that talent. Pyroclasm's like pretty cool, and it hits really hard, and it's kind of fun. Definitely adds back in a lot of the fun of the spec. So I don't know, man. I think I'm like fun maxing right now. So we'll take Pyroclasm just for the fun of it. Okay. Did the number one spell change icon on this one? Wait, which one? Oh yeah. So our fireball is different. So it's not that the icon changed, it's a different spell. Yeah, so whenever you go into Frostfire, one of the things in your hero talents is that it makes your fireball, it's now Frostfire Bolt. And Frostfire Bolt is like Giga Chad. It's way, way cooler button than Fireball. We love this button, by the way. It's a great button. It does make your Fireball instant cast sometimes, which is kind of annoying, but it's a pretty chill button. We like it a lot. And then we have some stuff in here that we should cover. Okay, so duality. Casting Pyroblast has a 20% chance to also cast a Glacial Spike, dealing frost damage. So we want to cast as many Pyroblasts as possible. And then Frostfire spells apply Ignite at increased effectiveness. That's just like your Meteor, Isothermic Core, stuff like that. Whenever we Meteor, we're going to drop a Comet on the target. And then we have Frostfire spells. Oh, already covered that one. Yeah, we have Comet Storm and Glacial Spike now apply Ignite. And we have Meteor damage. We have all sorts of Meteor stuff in here that's buffing Meteor in one way or another. And we also have a cast speed increase on Frostfire Bolt versus a little explosion. It says Frostfire Empowerment stacks one additional time that causes Frostfire Bolt to explode for an additional 20% of its damage. In my opinion, it feels really good to have your Frostfire Bolt be really, really fast. So I like this one. Also, another cool thing about Frostfire is that your combustion cooldown is now 1 minute because you have Kindling, which is 30 seconds over here. And then you have this talent, Flash Freeze Burn. There we go. Combustion cooldown is reduced by 30 seconds. So this is pretty good. How's it going, Jets? Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Your spells do have like these nice little cool effects. Like if we do a Frostfire Bolt, it's nice and frosty. See that? Looks kind of cool. Thanks for answering all the questions through Discord. Yeah. How do you know why my instant cast Frostfire Bolt proc goes away insta when you hit combust sometimes? Yeah, okay, so I've actually been trying to figure this out. I'm glad you asked. Okay, so the talent says direct damage of your Frostfire spells has a 10% chance to activate Frostfire Empowerment, causing your next Frostfire Bolt to be instant cast, deal 60% increased damage, explode for 80% of its damage to nearby enemies. What I've noticed about this is it seems like Pyroblast can consume it. And I'm not sure if I'm crazy, but I swear to God, this thing just disappears sometimes whenever I press Pyroblast. And I don't really know why. No, he's donating 25 for questions I already answered. Yeah, Alan, shout out to Alan. Appreciate you. Oh, I just realized that probably came across really funny, didn't it? No, we already had the conversation. Yeah. Okay, so like this one's pretty cool because it makes your spell cast faster, right? 10% faster is nice because we just want to like be casting spells really quick, right? But I'm gonna try out this other talent because I want to get to the bottom of what's making my Frostfire empowerment disappeared. Let's see if maybe we can like figure that out. Okay, our lust is almost up. All right, let's get it. Oh, I need to posture check myself. Okay. There we go. Oh, sorry. I see someone whisper me asking for an arcane build. I can give that to you later. Yeah, we're just gonna do a test here though. Okay. So I have the buff here, right? And now it's gone. See that? It's the glacial spike, I think. Yeah, glacial spike ate it. That's what's happening. Okay, we actually figured it out. That was actually really fast. I'm surprised we figured it out so fast. Yeah, it's 100% glacial spike that's eating it. Because glacial spike is frostbolt, remember? So that's kind of funny. Yeah, so it just eats it. That's so funny. What the fuck? Okay, so yeah, so that's not good. That's actually really bad. Now that I think about it. Yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, it's actually really bad that that happens. Okay, we gotta figure out how to not make that happen. I don't know if we can though. That's so funny that they overlooked that. I'm just projecting that like everything is in a complete situation where it's like, who the fuck knows, man? That's pretty much it. Like, there is like pointless to try and figure out what's best right now. Even if you were able to figure it out, like by the time you have it figured out, like it's already not best anymore. But I will say I like the feel of this spec more. So does that count? Maybe that answers the question. Like to me, Frostfire is feeling pretty good. You know, it's also going to come down to like how the fights look, right? Because like Frostfire has cooldowns every minute. Whereas Sun Fury has cooldowns every minute and a half, right? So like it's a bit different. So like if you have like a damage amp that happens like every 3 minutes, it wouldn't matter, right? But if you have a damage amp that happens every 2 minutes, then that's kind of a big deal. Because the damage profile on these two is very different. I guess right now we have to just spend our Frostfire empowerments like right away, or else we're cooked. Oh no, I'm cooked, guys. I'm cooked. I'm so cooked. That Pyroclasm was way too long. I don't know why I even went for it. God, I wish I could see when it procs like down here. I want to know how many stacks I have and how long I have until it goes away. That's like essential information. Yeah, I wasted like 2 seconds of my combustion with that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that does work. I think that does work. We're gonna try that this time around. Oh, I have a Pyroclasm too. Yo, if I get a second stack of Pyroclasm here, it's gonna go crazy. Three, two, one. Okay, we're gonna let this reset. And then we're gonna try that. Yeah, so if you Pyroblast while you have Frostfire empowerment, it's super dangerous. Because then you're just losing out on a ton of damage. So if we get Frostfire empowerment, we like really don't want to be casting Pyroblast. There's a lot of times where we just can't stop that from happening. It's just going to happen no matter what. But it is something to avoid. While we wait on our cooldowns, let's just take a look at these last couple runs we did. Okay, so like no Firefall definitely makes a difference, right? Like this is not ideal. Oh, this one's Sun Fury. Okay, so this is like 30k. Whenever I did it earlier, like my previous test, I was at like 42. But maybe I just got lucky on that one. Let's see. Oh, it was also shorter. Maybe that's why. I think I did it to like, it was just a burst in the opener. Oh, it's actually 50. That's pretty good. Yeah, Meteor's doing, I mean, like one Meteor cast was like 3.5% my damage. Like Meteor actually kind of owns. Yeah, Pyroblast does do damage, and your cooldowns do damage. One thing that's like not requiring gaslighting is that your cooldowns are actually kind of pog now. Like we joke about the gaslighting ourselves into liking fire, but like I actually do love that my cooldowns feel like they're doing damage. That's pretty cool. Okay, so this was what, 3 minutes and we're at 32. Let's take a screenshot of this and then we're gonna try again. Was this with Lust? Hold on. I did have Lust for this. Okay. So we'll keep this like over here. All right, and then we'll have Lust again in 5 minutes. We're just gonna do a little firefall action until then. Did you see the VOD of Fired Up Hopeful testing dummies for an hour? Yes, I did, dude. It's so funny because I feel like Hopeful and I like were brain linked on the arcane theory. Because like whenever I got in before the embargo lifted, I was like testing out stuff, and the first thing I did was I saw that orb talent, and I was like, oh hell yeah, we're not pressing missiles ever. And I just made a build that like never used missiles, and it was like really strong in single target, and I was like, wait, this is insane in AoE if it's this strong in single target. And then I did testing of my own, and I have it in here I think somewhere. Let's see. This is a bunch of Devourer testing. I think it was like one of my first arcane ones I did. I think this was single target. I just named it AoE because that was the talent I was using. Oh wait, if I do the last one, it should have everything in it, I think. Yeah, it was like pretty strong in AoE. By the way, this number right here, 158k, like DPS, is like actually on the very, very high end. Yeah, so this is 160k DPS in AoE on the 5 target dummies. The only time I've been able to get close to this with like any other spec in the game that I've tested so far was as Devourer, actually. Devourer I was able to get that high too. Devourer kind of pumps. Yeah, this was like 150. And I was getting like 7 collapsing stars to achieve this, and it was about the same. It's like, it's gonna get neutered, guys. I'm just gonna let you know right now. Don't get your hopes up too much about the orb thing. They're totally gonna nuke that from orbit. There's no way that survives, man. I'm sorry. I hope it does. Like, I wish it would, but I don't think there's any chance in hell that thing survives. It's way too strong. And way too fun. It's all like instant cast too. Why am I only seeing mage reviews online? Well, it's World of Magecraft. Get used to it, buddy. All right, let's see. Another opener. We'll make sure the combat log is on. We'll say fire 3, go. Okay, here we go. All right. So Pyroblast, Combustion Meteor, Frostfire Bolt. That way we use it up right away. We're gonna have to throw in the Fireball here. Okay, we had one Fire Blast that we didn't get out. That was it. It's pretty good though. Those meteors, by the way, they do crazy damage. It'd be really cool if we could line it up with this combustion. I have an idea for this actually. I wonder if so like this one right here, see how it comes out like 20 seconds before the bust? I wonder if there's like a way to line it up so it forces it. Actually, hold on. I gotta try something. Okay, I definitely want deep impact because I want my meteor to be divisible by 1 minute. So we need to figure out how to get this talent. What was it that we took instead? I guess it's like, what, 8% damage on Pyroblast? I don't think we want to drop that. We want to get deep impact. We don't want to drop Firefall. We don't want to... Okay, Intensifying Flame is like 5% damage, I think. 25% more Ignite. How much damage does Ignite do? Ignite's doing like 20% of my damage. So that's like a 5%er right there. So this is like 5%. This is like 5%. I guess we could drop this talent because we don't really use it on the target dummies. The target dummies don't get low enough for that. So we could just drop this talent. Yeah, we'll do that. I like the minus 15 seconds. Yeah, it's got to be like that because otherwise you're holding your meteor. I guess you could take, so like if you want to execute still, you could like remove Surging Blaze, but like, okay, hold on. 8% of Pyroblast damage. So Pyroblast is doing like 42% of our damage and it's contributing heavily to our Ignite. I feel like that's probably worth around 5% as well. I think honestly you would drop Critical Mass. If you wanted it. Like realistically, I think you'd go this. But I don't need to do that because I'm on the target dummy and it doesn't go into execute anyway, so we're fine. Okay, so I think this is what we'll try for real. This time with less than everything. Okie dokie. Let's get it. We'll just pop mirror image just to press another button here. Okay. Oh, I got extra one there. You see that, dude? That was a sick fire that proc. And then we have to use this meteor like right away as soon as it's popped. Because we need to get it on cooldown for our next combustion. And then we should probably start holding our Fire Blast soon. I really don't want to use a Fire Blast here. I want to hold on to them. We'll spin one more. Oh, I wish I could get this Firefall on that bus, man. I'm gonna sell this Fire Blast just to get this Frostfire Empowerment out. Oh my god, I got a second one. I was gonna try to hold it, but... Damn it. Oh, lucky fired up proc again. You love to see that. Dude, whenever you have like 0.5 seconds left on combustion and you get a fired up proc, that is a good feel. You just get a whole extra Fire Blast, Pyroblast at the end there. We gotta use this meteor right away. Is Evoker good or trash? Well, on the alpha right now, its damage is like pretty good, but the rotation is kind of meh. I'm not a huge fan of it. Man, it would have been so sick if we got that Firefall inside of combustion. We're just gonna keep going here for a bit. So like you want to do there's a concept from Fire Mage that we used to talk about a lot, but it's kind of gone away because Fire Mage is like so high in combustion uptime now. But the concept is called pyro fishing. So the idea is like if you start a hold on. So like if you start a like a fireball and you cast it into a pyroblast, then you have two spells hitting at the same time, and there's a higher probability that you end up getting one of those to give you a heating up proc. So that's something you want to do. Oh, I gambled there and I lost. But like, so if I get like a hot streak, like I don't want to just like send it right away. I want to like cast a fireball into it. Is basically the idea. Like this. There's a higher chance, higher probability that I'm going to get a heating up if I do that. But thing is like your fireball sometimes goes instant cast with your Frostfire Empowerment, right? So because of that, if you're trying to do a pyrofish and your fireball turns instant cast like right before it, or frost firebolt turns instant cast like right before it, then you'll end up just munching a heating up, which is kind of sad. That doesn't feel good. Wish I had another spell to cast so I wouldn't have to freaking use my firefall there, man. That'd be so great. I'm staying on Fire Blast for a bit here, but I just gotta get through everything. Yeah. If there was a spell I could use, so it wasn't casting Fireball, because like Fireball or Pyroblast will proc the Firefall hit, like the meteors coming down automatically. Man, that'd be so cool. Because like right here, I want to freeze it. Right, but now my next Fireball is going to call them down. Watch, it's a double meteor. Boom, 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 double meteor, boom. See that? Like, I want that to happen in combustion. The only issue is I don't have another button to press to, like, offset it. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of stuck using it. Like, right here, I'm having it come up, and, like, I want to press it during combustion, but, like, I can't wait. Like, I can't wait. It's just going to happen. Right? There, see? It was, like, right before my combustion, too. It's like very unfortunate. It'd be so great if there was like one more button. I'd be so happy. There's no point to track Firefall if you can't make a difference. Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess it'd be good to know just so you can be like, I know I'm going to be mad soon. Or I know I'm going to be happy soon. But aside from that, there's not really much. At the risk of sounding dumb, could you press Flame Strike? Yeah, I'll press Flame Strike in just a little bit. We're going to do a single target here just for a second. We're at like 4 minutes. I can probably stop here in like a minute. Oh, did it get off? No, no, no. That's on impact. Oh man, I didn't know that. Okay, actually just learned something valuable. I'm pretty sure that Frostfire Bolt finished during combustion, but it made impact after, and I don't think it crit because of that. So what that means is that if I saw that correctly, that means that Frostfire Bolt calculates if it crits not on cast complete, but on impact, which would be like the Frost version. Oh, that's kind of sad. Can't Fire Mages cast Frostbolt? I am casting Frostbolt. That's my Frostfire Bolt. It's always good time when you're gaslighting yourself. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We need Fire Orb, Meteor on the target. Yes. Well, I would take any button, really. I'll be honest with you guys. Just give me another button. Do you think if I gave my GF who never played WoW BM Hunter on live and Fire Mage on Alpha, which would she pick up the easiest? Probably BM Hunter, because you can cast while moving. Okay, so we're going to do Flame Strike this time. Oh, just if it's stationary, probably fire. That's important information to know, though. Okay. Yeah, but you gotta make sure you have the weak aura though, because for BM right now, you gotta use the black arrow weak aura that tells you when to just mash black arrow even though it's not up. See, the thing about fire is like the damage is actually pretty damn good. Here, let's cut back the inactive part where ignite was just ticking, like 36,000 DPS single target. Like that's not bad. And Frostfire actually does some pretty decent damage because you have like a lot of meteor damage. See these like little meats in here? Like this little meat right here, and this little meat right here, and this little meat right here, meat right here, meat right here. I wonder if you would like maybe delay for some meat. I could see it. Maybe just like delay just a little bit so you could line it up with the meat and get the double meat, right? Because you would like you'd hit the meteor and you get the firefall and you'd be in combustion, and like that does a lot of damage. Like meteor is kind of owning, right? Like look at our damage overall, and this doesn't even include the ignites from it. It's doing 21% of our damage. That's because it's also Comet Storm, right? Comet Storm's really strong. So for Frostfire, you might want to line up with those meats. Sometimes it's like not worth it, right? Like over here, like this would totally not be worth it. But if I were to just delay a combustion just a little bit, I think all these meats would have lined up. Yeah, so it's also the meteor casts, but there are firefalls as well. So firefall meteor, here, let's take a look. I'll show you where the firefalls are happening. Those, yeah, you're right. Those are just normal meteors, but firefall is here. So this is where the firefall meets were. Right here, right here, right here. This one. See, this one actually did happen where I thought it did. It was a double meet. And then this one is here. See, like they happen at like a kind of regular interval. But then maybe you wouldn't get one in bus. I don't know what the right answer is. Maybe if this one was, I just want to like get maybe the first one in, and maybe that'll like line it up better. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the trick. Yeah, so this was what, 36, and we had last time we did where's our other one? Yeah, I think Firefall is like too good to pass up as Frostfire. 32 over here. This was a longer sample, and I think it was 36. Yeah, Firefall's just too good. I don't think you can afford Pyroclasm. Maybe there's something else. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe there is like a case where you don't take Field of Burn from the Ashes. Fire Blast increases your mastery by 4% over 8 seconds. Multiple applications may apply. Okay, what was our uptime on Field of Burn? Is this talent even worth it? Okay, if I have, how much mastery I have? I have 7. Now it goes to 9, so that's 2% mastery. So it's 8.6, and it's going to go down to probably 6. Okay, so maybe this talent's actually not worth it as Frostfire. Maybe we drop it. Can we pick up Pyroclasm instead? Maybe? What do you guys think? Type 1 in chat if you want to see Pyroclasm, Frostfire without Field of Burn, or from the Ashes and Field of Burn. I need like a temperature check on you guys. Do we think this is better? I think it might be. I don't know how good this talent is. 15. Okay, so it's 15% damage on Fire Blast. It's 0.5 seconds of CDR every damage event. That sounds really good. It sounds really bad to not have that. But maybe it's not worth. This would also let me line up my firefalls better, perhaps. Give me more burn burst as well. 0.5 seconds. Your direct damage spells reduce the cooldown of Fire Blast by 0.5 seconds. How many Fire Blasts did I cast here? I casted 78 Fire Blasts. We could try without it and see how it feels. It looks like people didn't really want to see it, but I'm just going to try it anyways. Oh, hold on. We're gonna do AoE though. That's right. Okay, so consuming hot streak has a 15% chance to make your next non-instant Pyroblast or Flame Strike cast within 15 seconds, deal 230% additional damage. We can drop Intensifying Flame and we can pick up Blast Zone. Wait. We could pick up Field of Burn. Oh, no, that's because the talents are bugged. That's right. Gotta be ethical. Oh, you guys want to see something funny? Here, watch this. This is bugged, by the way, but I'm just going to show you anyways, because I think it's funny. Alright, you ready to see the most broken version of Fire Mage that they've ever added to this game? Alright, here we go. And obviously this is not real. Just for the record. This is like a very fraudulent spec, but that's okay. Okay. So they broke the talent where you flame strike at your target. And now it just always gives you hot streak. Or like not always, but it's like very, very high chance it gives you hot streak every time. Okay, let's let this finish out. All right. Let's open up this log. I want to take a look at the damage on that. We're still doing like pitiful AoE though, compared to Arcane and Devourer. Oh, that's good shit. That is some good shit. Yo, that meteor kind of popped off though. It's funny because you get like the pyroclasm, and then you can't even really use it because you're too busy just like mashing Flame Strike. Yeah, like this is like the turbo broken version of fire, and it's still like kind of pitiful on the damage, but it's interesting. I think it's probably okay to drop Field of Burn with this. Fireballs or Pyroblast cause your next fireball. Yeah, so if we don't cast Fireballs or Pyroblast, like we don't need this talent, right? So we can just pick this one up. Although we could pick up Cinderstorm, maybe. We could try that. We need one more talent. I'll just pull it out of here. We'll try this out. We'll try Cinderstorm AoE. The turbo broken build. Okay. I will say the fire looks pretty cool. Yeah, let's get closer. All right, how much did Cinderstorm do? Why am I spamming Flame Strike and Combust? Oh, it's because of a bugged interaction. I can show you the real version, but I was just trying to see what I could do with this bug. Basically, the bug gives you a hot streak per target on Flame Strike instead of it being the whole Flame Strike. 81. Okay. What did Cinderstorm do? Dude, what? Cinderstorm is so bad. I casted so many Flame Strikes, and Cinderstorm did like 1% of my damage. This talent is very undertuned. Casting Pyroblaster Flame Strike has an 8% chance to summon a storm of 5 cinders that pursue your target. Upon reaching the target, each cinder deals fire damage, applies ignite at 100% effectiveness, and spreads 50% of your ignite to one nearby target. It's just kind of a bad talent. We got a couple procs. How much damage did it do? I mean, we had one that like crit for 100k. Wait, hold on. Wait a second. Wait a second, guys. Cinderstorm doesn't AoE. It's only single target. It hit one target here. Wait, maybe it did AoE. Maybe it's just delayed. Maybe this was all one of them. Okay, wait, hold on. I think it does AoE. It's just, it's delayed. Okay, so this was one proc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is one proc. This is one proc. This is, okay, so it does AoE. It's just delayed. Okay, I get it. I get it. I still think it's bad. It needs some work, that one. Yep. Okay, let's do the non-bugged version. Oh. See, this is how it normally is. Normally you have to actually convert your heating up into hot streak. And you probably cast like fireballs outside of it. Maybe. And then you'd spin on flame strike, maybe. Oh, this is a hard cast one. This is sick. And we get a meteor here. Yeah, so if you're playing Firefall with this setup, you could actually hold it for the right time. Yo, okay, hold on. That gives me an idea. Let's see that. Let's see that. So I could actually hardcast a Flame Strike to wait. And then I could have a Firefall happen in my bust. Pyroclasm seems really good though. Tough choices. It'd be what, 2 talents? So yeah, I'd have to give this up no matter what if I wanted this stuff. You either get Pyroclasm or you get Firefall. This one is going to be more single target oriented because you don't really like you'd be casting like Flame Strikes instead of Pyroblast, right? I think this is more AoE oriented. Oh, yes. Boom. That was huge. We got that Pyroclasm in just at the last second. Okay, how much longer do we want to go? We could do this last bust and then stop, I guess. Yeah, we'll keep going until this last bust. Oh, the Pyroclasm proc. Dude, if we could get a refresh on this, that'd be huge. I have to look at the very top of my screen to know when it's about to be up, though. Okay, no, we have to just use it. We're about to lose it. Damn, that sucks. Okay, and then we'll stop. Get out of there. I just hope we get fully mobile combust back. Yeah, I like the Scorch thing. I hope they do something like that. I feel like it's okay if Mage is like a caster and it's supposed to stand still, and I understand that for like 85% of the time, but I feel like Combustion having to do that too is like kind of cringe. Are all the Mage specs watered down? Yeah, well, it's not just Mage specs. It's everything in the game. Like the rotations, but like think about like this. Maybe this is cope, but I'm trying to see the positives today. Think about it like this. If they water everything down, then they can like let it simmer for a bit and then they can make it sick again. And there's just going to be like a transition period where like everything has to have the complexity back added into it. The way I see it is like, I think it's like a reset. Like things had gotten too complicated, so now they just need to like get everything reset back to square one so that they can build back up again. Firefall feels like it should be AoE to me. Yeah, so like I think it actually kind of makes sense for it to not be AoE. At least in how you proc it. Yeah, so that damage was pretty good. 88k. You can see exactly when the meteors happen too. Right, there's like a plateau every time a meteor hits. Yeah, I'm sure tier bonuses, some borrowed power. They're probably going to just add more complexity too, because they hear everyone complaining about it, like myself. They're probably like just... I think they probably expected everyone to really hate the changes, and they're going to like bring it back. I don't necessarily hate the changes though, in theory. Like, I think the idea is good. It's just about the amount. I think Fire Mage is like an outlier in terms of how many things were taken away from it. Because it was already really simple. And I think the fact that it was already really simple makes it feel worse. Because even though Fire is like super APM and super technical in terms of like actually performing, like the execution is difficult, it was never complicated. It was very simple. It was just hard to do. Like, it's like press your spacebar button like, you know, 5 times in 1 second. That's not complicated, but it is kind of hard to perform. Like it takes practice, right? Or like do Guitar Hero. Like you're just pressing 5 buttons. So it's kind of the same thing, but it's like how quickly you had to press them. Like the precision is what made it hard. And also the punishing side of it too. Like if you messed up, it was like kind of bad, right? With Fire. So yeah, I think that's kind of what it came down to. It was like very simple, but also hard. Because it can be both things at the same time. But it was also fun. The downside was that you didn't have this beautiful, beautiful damage profile. I mean, just look at it. Take it all in, chat. Look at the beauty in this damage profile. We don't have to gaslight ourselves to believe that this is fun. At least just this picture right here. Right? Because, like, this is what we've been asking for years. Man, when's the last time Fire Mage had a damage profile where he actually had burst? It's been a while, guys. It has been a long while. I missed it. I'm pretty happy that that part's back. It has been sorely missed. Like, having, like, some really fat burst right at the start there, man. It feels pretty good to have that back. Like, I'm not even being sarcastic. Like, it is actually really, really nice. But the cost is pretty steep with having the simplicity. But, like, the thing is you don't have to have it be that way. Like, you can have both. We can have a nice damage profile that has these nice little peaks and nice little valleys and these little plateaus. And we can also have a fun rotation. It is definitely achievable to do both. We just have to make sure that they understand that, like, we don't want to just be casting Fireball this much. Fireball is just too much. Casting Fireball, it's just bleh. Right? Just way too much fireballing. This is with Frostfire. Yeah, with Sun Fury, it's even more spiky. Phoenix Flame needs to come back. I don't know if I agree with that. I think Phoenix Flame can stay out of this. I think we need a new button. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of Phoenix Flame. I was kind of happy to see it go. But it does need something. Maybe it's something that doesn't interact with Hot Streak. Maybe it's Greater Pyroblast. Maybe it's Fire Orb. Maybe it's like something new, like a Flamethrower move like I was talking about. I mean, it can just be like something completely out there, right? Like, you don't have to restrict yourself just to the stuff that we know. It could be something different. But we just need something. Something that's on the global cooldown and instant cast. Maybe it's not even instant cast. Maybe it is a cast time. But just something else. But, like, look at this burst here at 1 minute, right? Let's look at the 40-second burst here. I mean, this is kind of sick, right? You have a lot of damage here. Yeah, Meteor just pumps, man. It does so much damage. Like, look, whenever we take Meteor out of the equation, here, watch my, look at my damage here. If we take Meteor out of the equation, look how it still has, like, quite a bit of burst, right? But, like, look once we add it back in. The chart has to, like, adapt to it. Because it's so much damage that the chart's, like, squishing everything. See that? Meteor's a pretty fun button with it hitting this hard. Like, I'm a big fan of this big Meteor. We got the meats, dude. We got those meats like crazy. Just pressing your cooldown and pressing Meteor is so much damage. I mean, just look at that. This is the start of combustion. It is so huge. Let's look at the damage from it. Right? Like, the Comet Storms are doing, like, hella work, and then it finishes it out with the Meteor that just goes boom, hits everything for like 60 to 80k. But yeah, it feels a little too simple, is my issue. If we can just get a little bit more buttons. We already added 25% more buttons with this one. We just need to, like, get another 25%er. Or I guess in this case it'd be 20%. But if we could just add 20% more button by adding one more button, I think we're well on our way. But that, to me, is the biggest problem with it right now. But, like, the talents themselves are good. Like, Blizzard has really listened to feedback on this and has added, like, a really, really good sampler of stuff in here that we asked for. Like, we got the burst back, we got Pyroclasm back, we removed the uptime on combustion being up all the time, so it's no more orange BM Hunter, right? We still have like some fun things like with these fired up talents. They're pretty fun. I think Pyroclasm is really fun. I like the new Meteor. Meteor's feeling really good. Flame Strike is nice and strong. Pyroblast is nice and strong. There's a lot good here. Just needs a little bit more button. I think we're good then. But yeah, what do you guys think? How are we feeling about this? I was dooming hard yesterday, guys. I was dooming real hard. Whenever I was logging in and pressing my buttons as fire, I was like about done to just log out, play Devourer. But I'm trying to see the silver linings today on it. And I think there are some like really good silver linings. It's just you just gotta like jump over one hurdle. Well, if they had a button that works like Fire Blast, but it's on the GC and also has a travel time, I don't like the travel time aspect of it. I'd kind of prefer if it didn't interact with Hot Streak at all. I think honestly having like a fire orb, like a flame orb ability, you guys remember that? I think we had it back in Cataclysm. That was pretty cool. Or like Living Bomb, but make it good. That was pretty fun. Or just like add a new move. Do we need a way to get Meteor without Flame Strike? I want single target Meteor. Well, so I like the design of Meteor right now. I think Meteor is actually great. When it comes to Meteor, I don't have any notes. And I think it's actually important that Firefall doesn't proc from Flame Strike, because it would just be too good of an AoE talent. Like the idea with this talent is that you're supposed to have some sort of tie-in where you get some nice damage in cleave from doing your single target. So it's like a way to cushion the blow of like using Pyroblast versus Flame Strike. So I think this talent's actually good. When it comes to Meteor and the Meteor talents, the only notes I have are like, I feel like it's a little expensive in the tree, but like that's it. Overall, it's a good setup here. So if I were to fix something, it would not be that. Just make one more button and replace Cinderstorm with something else would be cool. Yeah. Living Bomb, but it's good in single target, and then AoE as well. Give back Living Bomb, make it valuable. Living Bomb might just be the answer. But I'd also be okay with something new. In single target, the 3 prior talents are pretty useless, right? These 3? Yeah, but you don't really have a choice in taking them. So whenever you're actually doing the talents right, like it shows you can take these, but this is a bug. You shouldn't take those. So if you pick up all the single target stuff right, you still have to spend 2 talents before you can move down a tier. So you do have to take a Flame Strike and a Field of Flame. That's non-negotiable. And then we can just go down here. We don't want this one. Just grabbing all the single target stuff, right? Kindling. This is Pyroblast damage. And then you can either pick up Scald and something else, or you can choose to go another route. But we can do this instead, and then that unlocks the capstones. And I'm pretty sure we want to spend all the talents in the capstone. So I think we need to like cut out one talent above this. It's probably Blast Zone. We probably take this here, Meteor. And then, yeah, just run it down mid. Grab these guys. And then the Apex talents. And then you're done. And then probably this one, since you're a Frostfire, you probably want this talent. I'd say maybe drop this one. I don't know if Critical Mass is very valuable. I think it, in terms of like just reading the talents, Intensifying Flame will have like 5% damage increase up to 3 targets. Inflame is worth around 5%. This talent's probably worth a little bit more than 5%. I don't know how much this one's worth, but it's a lot. Kindling, you definitely wouldn't drop this. I think really the only other talent you can drop is like Surging Blaze. And that's 8% damage on your Pyroblast, which mats out to around 5%. So like I think you actually just drop 1 Critical Mass. That's probably what you lock in. Here for my pet and for Devastation Evoker alt stuff. Do you have a belt to recommend with the disc belt nerfs? So on Tuesday when they nerf that belt, you just need anything with item level. But the disc belt is really, really good. It might even still be good enough to use after the nerfs as dev, because you actually get a lot of value out of that belt. The less APM you have, the better the disc belt is. Because with the static charge power on it, how it works is it takes away from the buff every time you use an ability. So the lower APM you are, the more value you get out of that belt. I'll take a stylized frozen orb. It'd be sick if they made bust a flat 1 minute and meteor 30 seconds, so there's not too much downtime between them. I'm okay with it being options. Like I like that Frostfire has like an alternative version of it. Like 1 minute versus 130. I kind of like that because it makes like it makes for like a good case for both of them as long as they're tuned appropriately. Like there's a case for Frostfire, there's a case for Sunfury. Is Arcane still going to be good in Mythic Plus after the nerfs tomorrow? I mean, it was already... Like, Arcane is good for reasons that don't show up on damage meters. And I don't think that's changing. Although the damage is going down a little bit. I think it's probably fine. First channel watching on Twitch. Thank you, Pre-Daddy. Just subbed. Welcome. What are the nerfs? They nerfed Arcane by 3%. They nerfed Black Arrow by like 8%. They nerfed Frost TK as well. How are you feeling about Frostfire Ignite Spread versus Sunfury AoE Flamestrike and Mythic Plus though? Well, there's no Mythic Plus on the Midnight yet, so I don't know if you're talking about Live or Midnight, but that's not a thing yet. But I will say from testing damage numbers on these dummies, Ignite Spread is kind of bad. Like Flamestrike is like a way better button. Like they balance Flamestrike to be like really strong. So just for like reference, right? Flamestrike does 6,000 damage on the tooltip, and Pyroblast does 13,000 damage. So that all it takes is like 2 targets to break even with Flame Patch. So like Flamestrike is like a really, really strong button on Midnight. Question for Arcane, Sunfury on the Alpha. How often are the meteors proccing from missiles? So the way that they changed it on Alpha for Glorious Incandescence is that it's just a proc. It's like a 12%, 15%, something like that. Yeah, 12%. It's a 12% proc. Yeah, on the dummies, Ignite Spread is bad. Flamestrike is really, really strong. Hot take, but I don't think fire necessarily even needs more buttons, but something to break the Fire Blast spam, just like increase hot streak frequency outside of combustion. Yeah, I don't know if that's good though, because like, okay, so there's like 2 things that, mainly 1 thing, but it breaks down to 2 things. There's like 2 main things that make it so that Pyroblast can't do good damage. Number 1 is the amount of combustion uptime. Number 2 is the amount of hot streak generation. Those 2 are kind of the same thing though, right? Because combustion uptime is Pyroblast generation. So they cut out the combustion uptime and that fixed like 80% of the problem. The rest of the problem, like let's just make up a number, 20%, right? Is hot streaks just being too easy to get even outside of combustion. So in my opinion, whenever they add a new button to fire to like fill the gap, it needs to be a button that probably like it should probably not have an interaction with hot streak. It should probably be like Meteor, where it's just like a really hefty button that you press. That's why I think the resource idea is good, because it could like have no tie-in with hot streak, and it has like a whole like side to it where you need to spend it before bust anyways. I think having heat be a resource that you build up between combustions would be really, really good. And then have it so you would never want to spend it during combustion. Like my ideal button that they add is something that you would never want to do during combustion, but you would definitely use outside of combustion, something like a resource that you build and you spend it. And I feel like if you're adding a resource to fire to build and spend, I feel like a flamethrower would just be perfect for that. So that's what I'm hoping for. Just give me a heat bar. I want to have a resources fire. A resource that doesn't interact with hot streaks, so I don't have to worry about my pyroblast getting diluted. Frost has icicles, Arcane has arcane charges. Bring the heat. I agree. Cool spell too with with the eagle screech sound effect. Yeah, we need the that was more of a Howard Dean actually. Sorry to clarify, there's a new hero talent for Arcane that calls down a meteor. Oh, are you talking about, wait, for Sun Fury, right? Are you sure that we're not talking about the same thing? Saying still casting this thing makes me sad. Yeah, I mean, you are a caster after all. But I feel you. Oh, am I testing Fire Mage? Just single target. Am I correct in assuming the Phoenix Flame is gone? Yes. You are very correct to assume that. We gotta give them feedback on Frostfire Empowerment working with Glacial Spike. That's actually kind of cringe. Shitload of birds screeching. Yes, that's exactly what I need. Birds screeching. Nothing like playing World of Warcraft and just hearing a cacophony of bird screeches while you're doing your rotation. What you do in your AoE filler? You cast Frostfire Bolt. Maybe you hardcast Flame Strike. I don't know, actually. The sound of freedom. Yeah, exactly. Caw. Dude, if I could make the bird screech noise in real life, my wife would be so done with me. Because I'd be doing that shit every day. I'd be walking around the house going, "Meow," or whatever. You know, it'd be better than that because I could actually do it in this alternate universe. Rat. Rat. Can't quite get it. It's just not wanting to come out. I think the trick is you have to inhale as you do it. Rat. Like that. Trinkets, yes. Pretty trinkets. This is what fire design does to a man? Yeah. It is what it does to a man. What's up? Oh, you're going to Popeyes. Fuck yeah. Alright. Hell yeah. Down. Dude, I looked away and I actually still was doing my rotation. I didn't even realize it. I love this class. Wow. I'm just gonna check my phone while I play. Alright, I'm gonna text my Popeyes over there real quick. Let's see. We're gonna do a chicken sandwich, I think. Mild. Thinking a chicken Sammy mild. What about you guys? You guys want anything from Popeyes? Yeah, chicken sandwich mild. Oops. And I think that's it. For the drink, I don't know if I really want to delve into that. If we get a drink, we get a drink. If not, we don't. Yeah, let's just make sure that message sent. No drink. Okay. All right. A large Dr. Pepper. Guys, what other spec can you play while you're texting? That's a bonus, right? That's like a good thing, I think, right? Brett? Yeah. Maybe BM Hunter, yeah. Perhaps. Oh, maybe there's a lot of them then. Every spec in the game now, damn. That's real. At least I can read chat while I'm playing WoW. You know what? I hadn't considered that. That's actually a huge positive, guys. Just think about how much more we're going to be able to interact in Midnight, because I'm just going to be reading chat the entire time I'm raiding. Like mid-combat. Hadn't considered that. That's actually really good. Dun 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 dun. Upload. There has to be more for some specs, right? Yeah, I think we're being a little facetious here. It's not the other specs I don't think are this bad. I think fire is an outlier in simplicity. Max was thinking about it in his stream yesterday, and then maybe they're just choosing one spec per class that's BM Hunter easy. Well, I think they messed up for that though, because like I think they did it on all three for Mage. Maybe it's the whole class is supposed to be that way. Will Sims work in Midnight? If the Sim people work on it, yeah, they will. If they do that, which they probably will. Sims have been in the game for basically since like Kata. There was like early stuff. Probably went a bit too far from feedback that Mage is not newbie friendly. I mean, who was saying that though? Who did it, dude? Tell me who did it. I've seen many streamers interview devs like Ian. Can you ask if you can? I've done interviews in the past. They like to like give new people chances. I pretty much blew all my like interview clout to get all the Evoker interviews. So sorry, man. It's over for me. I'm over the hill. Got some of my guild where it's a meme that every mage we find is better than them. Wait, what? Damn, that sucks for that guy. What? That sucks, man. This poor guy's just getting bullied by his whole guild. Damn. Fire was incredibly newbie unfriendly. Kind of. I don't agree fully. it was unfriendly in that it was different than the other specs. But like if you took someone who had never played WoW before and you sat them down in front of Fire Mage and they played rhythm games, I think they could pick it up instantly. The thing is, Fire Mage was more of a rhythm game than it was like a caster. And I think that's what people see and they think it's like unfriendly. But if you have like experience playing rhythm games, Fire will just come naturally to you, I think. I think it's actually not that hard. It's more so that like rhythm games are hard. And if you haven't really played those, then yeah, it will seem hard to you. But just want to throw it out there that I'm glad they moved away from the hyper like CDR gameplay. Uptime based classes are noob unfriendly. Yeah, it was definitely punishing. It was very punishing if you made mistakes. Yeah. And also it doesn't really the other thing about it too on live is it doesn't really give you a nice return on investment. You put in like all this work into it. You have to like play perfectly, and then other classes can kind of play like whatever and, you know, press buttons like half as much and they do better. That feels bad. Okay, so like I like testing Sunfury, but the problem with Sunfury I have is sometimes the bird just scams you. That's my biggest gripe with it right now. They gotta fix the bird scam, man. The bird scam is bad. The bird clocks out early whenever you end your bust, and he'll just like take away your hyperthermia and take away your lesser time warp, and it's really annoying. Oh, hold on. Before I swap specs, actually, there was one more thing we need to do. We need to report a bug. Okay, so the bug here is when you get a duality proc, the glacial spike is consuming your, oops, there's too many C's there. Consuming your Frostfire empowerment. Okay. Then we need to add a bug for this one too. The bird randomly scams you. And you get no hyperthermia or buffs after bust. Okay. All right. Pray that the bird doesn't scam us. We need to wait for our orbs to come back. I need everyone to pray to Arlo. Do not scam us, please. Please do not scam us, bird. Yeah, if it dies, it does that, but that's like intended because the bird's dead. What's happening here is even though the bird doesn't die, it has line of sight, it's not out of the range, like everything is fine, the bird is well fed, it's happy. He just decides to leave anyways. Cause like on live, it's Arlo Curse of Ra. Wait, why are you cursing my bird, dude? We're supposed to be having a good time today. No rage. We are so happy. We are loving Fire Mage. Okay. Okay, we're gonna hope for a Pyroclasm proc here soon. Alright, give us Pyroclasm. Give us Pyroclasm. Give us the Pyroclasm. No Pyroclasm, damn. Yes, we got one. We're still gonna get this Pyroclasm off, and then we're gonna spam. It's weird because Pyroclasm or like Hyperthermia doesn't seem to activate right away, so I try to fit in a like half of a hard cast in there before it procced. I don't know if that's worth it, but it just seemed right to me. Bum 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 bum. Maybe it's worth to just hardcast Flame Strike during this time. I think it's actually worth it, actually. Seems to do some decent damage. Maybe we'll just hardcast. Oh, this is beautiful. Holy shit, this is beautiful. I think we do Fireball during this part, though. Come on, bird. Yes! I feel like you probably hardcast Flame Strike because it does have a longer cast time than Fireball. Fireball's got 1.9. Flame Strike is 2.3. But at 5 targets, it's doing like a lot more damage. I guess it's just about how many hot streaks you get. I don't know. We'll have to sim it, but maybe it's good. We could actually just like test it. We could just do full hardcasting versus not. Wait, did they nerf the raid? Nexus King. The siege now activates 8 fractal images was 9. Time between each activation increased to 1.57 seconds. Was 1.3. Conqueror's magic damage reduced by 10. Vanquisher damage by 10. Oathbreaker damage reduced by 20. Behead reduced by 10. Royal Voidwing melee damage reduced. Galactic Slam reduced. Shattering Star Shatter reduced. Is this new? Wait, hold on. What else is in here? So on Dementius, massive smash raid wide reduced, shattered space reduced, living mass health reduced. Oh wow. Infinite possibilities cast time increased to 10 seconds. Umbral gates grant soaring Reshi for 11 seconds instead of 10. Artosian and Pargoth health reduced by 5. Melee attack damage reduced by 15. Null Warden health reduced by 5. Null Binder health reduced by 20. What? 20 on the Null Binder. Null Binding casts increased to 5 seconds. That's a 25% increase. Star Shards now are now more generous about detecting players at lower elevations beneath them. Okay. Cosmic radiation damage reduced. These are like really big nerfs. I guess we won't be DPS stopping anymore. Wait, this was actually good. Guys, look at that burst. That's some fat burst right there. Oh, here's where I started hardcasting Flame Strike in my filler, and it actually was better, it looks like. Low key, hardcasting Flame Strike looks back on the menu. Because this is only 5 targets. Fire angle? Yeah, I played fire on it last week. It was okay. Arcane's like pretty damn good, but I don't know what we'll do with these new timings. It's a little awkward. Oh, thank you. Got our Popeyes, guys. Popeyes reveal. Don't tell Arlo. There we go. Have you guys seen this boss, by the way? This boss is pretty cool. I hate spamming Flame Strike. Yeah. How's the gaslighting going? I've been pretty successful so far with the gaslighting. But I do feel it like wearing off. I just got the regular. I didn't want the spicy. Not today. I get the spicy like half the time though. Look at this guy. He actually looks kind of good. Hello. I'm eating a sandwich. How close do you think we can get before he 1v1s me? So he is the mount, but he's missing his saddle. Lift your hand so he comes to you. Yeah, he might recognize my bird. Do you think him and my bird could be friends? Here, let's see. Arlo, meet Belorin. You guys can be friends. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, it's a good looking mount. You just have to slowly approach the bird and he'll be friends with you, see? The trick is with taming animals like this is you just gotta be like very non-threatening. You just have to approach them very slowly. If we approach him very slowly, he won't see us. Right, so we can get real close to him. He doesn't even notice us moving in. Oh, he looked over. We gotta wait. All right. Kind of inch in a little bit more. Oh, nope, he saw us. Uh-oh, he's pissed, dude. Here, let me get my mirror images out. Get them, boys. I'm still eating my sandwich. Oh god, he's looking at us. My shift for mass invis is on my mouse. No. It was hopeless. Oh shit, we got music? Yeah, fire's pretty simplified. Aside from Builder Spender, these are the only buttons we got right here. I wasn't expecting that. Almost done eating, guys. I don't know if WoW's doomed. I think there's a lot of time to add in some of the complexity and fun in the rotations. But it does feel a little bit too simplified right now. My take on this changes every day. Sometimes I feel like we're completely doomed. And sometimes I like look at what's here and I think, oh, maybe the encounters in the content will be good enough that it'll like carry it. Or maybe like they'll add more to it. Cause if you strip away hero talents, strip away tier bonuses, you strip away like 1 or 2 abilities that have been added in the past like 2 years, we're actually not that far off. So like once they add stuff in again, Dude, the bird is being so talkative. Once they add stuff back in again, I think we're like well on our way to being back there. But in order to add stuff, they had to take away stuff. So right now, your opinions on it and my opinions on it and everything, it's like, this isn't the finished product. This is like week 1 of alpha, right? So I think it's for console. I mean, a lot of people are speculating about that. I'm not too sure. It would make sense given the company that bought Blizzard, right? Microsoft. It would make sense, but it's all speculation. I don't know if all of these changes are actually going to do what they say they will, right? Like, you hear a lot of people talking about how like WoW's too complicated and like they're doing this to like add new players. Just like not exactly sure if that's like gonna have that result. I don't know. I guess it just depends on like why you think players aren't coming to WoW. Void dive. 3, 2, 1. Oh shit, that came early. What the fuck is this, dude? Okay, that was a cool mechanic. People said for 15 years they wanted more than just retail and took Nostralis for them to... Oh, you mean nostalgia? For them to listen? Wait, this is the sound... This is like the music in Undermine, isn't it? Oh, it's a private server. Okay, never mind. Can't hear the music. Yeah, it's Undermine. The sub would need to be bundled into Game Pass or something for a real influx of new players. Dude, if my WoW sub gave me Game Pass, that would be sick. Ah, yes, we got the hardcast. That's what I was hoping for. Okay, we actually have to be careful with that, though. So you don't want to have a hot streak whenever you exit that. Because it munches like heating up. It's kind of annoying. SKB is gone, but Pyroclasm is back, which is just a better version of SKB. I like Pyroclasm a lot more. It's like essentially the same thing, but SKB brings baggage with it because it activates your combustion. So they could never like really get it to be as cool and as good as it should have been because they just were like afraid of making it too much bust. But they actually still did that though. Like they still had too much bust. Yeah, I'm trying out hard casting Flame Strike now to see how that looks. I mean, it's doing more. It is more damage. Here, let's look at 2 minutes of combat. So like it feels really good while you're in bust. Like this part feels good. So like all of this is while I'm in combustion, and then hyperthermia is what follows. So like during the burst window, it's the first 40 seconds. This is what it looks like. Playing all the Fire Mage right now while it's good and fun. I need to log into live for that. Yeah, I mean the thing is like this is gonna get old so fast. I mean I'm already basically tired of it. But we're trying to gaslight ourselves into loving it. Oh, get those ideas out of my head. We love it. We love it. It's so fun. No, I've been speaking up about it. I'm just trying to not be so negative. I was so negative yesterday that I rage quit on stream. And I swore that I would never play Fire again until they changed it. And I realized that I was just getting too worked up about it. So that's why we're having a chill day to reset. No, I have been negative, guys. I have. This is like the pendulum swinging in the other direction. I just need a reset day. We'll be back to normal like tomorrow. Just trying to... I'm trying my hardest to give it a chance, you know? And there is good stuff here. The burst is cool. I like the burst. They just... A lot of this is good. The talents are good. The design is good. Really, the only thing that sucks is the gameplay. Yep. Everything is good about the theory. It's just actually doing it sucks. So if they can just fix that one small thing, you know, just playing the game and making it fun to play, I think we'll be in business. Yeah, just a small detail. One small detail, yeah. They have no option but to try and get new players now that they are owned by the Magnificent Seven. All new obligations associated with that, yeah. I'm sure that there's a directive and reasoning for all this. This car is so beautiful. The only thing that sucks is it won't drive. Yeah, exactly. But it's so pretty. Yeah, I think that about covers it for today. Thanks for going on this gaslighting journey with me. I hope that we will all come to find that Fire Mage has changed in the next couple weeks on Alpha. And I hope that there will be a good reason to make a new video on this thing. Because right now, I feel like we've covered everything. I don't know what else there is to say about Fire. We've already covered all the negatives. We've been doing that for days. We tried out one day of toxic positivity. You know, just to equal it out. least we'll have a house. Yeah, that's true. You can finally own a home. That dream is becoming a reality. Oh, I have been speaking up. Don't you worry. And I will continue to do so. Anyways, that's going to be it. I'm going to go watch TV. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to be raiding, probably doing Dimensius on... I might play Fire, I might play Arcane. I have some timings I wanted to try out as Arcane. I saw there's like a Chinese mage that did some crazy shit, so I copied his timings. So we might try that out. But we'll see. Yeah, I saw your DM, man. I wasn't going to play a video on stream. Anyways, yeah, that's going to be it for today. We are officially post-heated. Yes, we have already heated up, and now we're going to cool down for a bit. All right, thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next